am the new year. I am an unspoiled page in your book of time. I am your next chance at the art of living. I am your opportunity to practice what you've learned during the last 12 months of your life. All that you sought the past year and failed to find is hidden in me. I'm waiting for you to search it out again, and this time with more determination. All the good that you tried to do and didn't achieve last year is mine to grant, providing you have clearer intention and fewer conflicting beliefs. In me lies the potential of all you dreamed but didn't dare to do, all that you hoped but did not perform, all that you prayed for yet did not experience. These dreams slumber lightly, waiting to be awakened by the touch of an enduring purpose. Yes, I am the new year. Isn't that fantastic? The author is unknown. If you email me, drjanineburns@gmail.com, I'll be happy to send it to you. Welcome, my friends, to the new year and all that it promises. Amazingly awesome things are in store for me this year. Say that with me. Amazingly awesome things are in store for me this year. Please turn to somebody and say to them, welcome to the new year. Amazingly awesome things are in store for you. Amazingly awesome things are in store for you this year. Amazingly awesome things are in store for you this year. Thank you. Thank you. Woo! Amazingly awesome things are in store for me this year. It's a tradition in New Thought communities to get back to basics in the first month of the year and to anchor in these fundamental teachings. And it is a tradition at the New Thought Spiritual Center of Eastern Long Island to talk about the law. In New Thought, the law is always working to bring about our good. And the law is the way or the process by which God brings the unformed idea into form. And so we're activating this process all the time. I'm sure you've heard every thought is a prayer. It is always and in all ways in play, always creating. The law is always creating. And the Science of Mind, which is a tome by Dr. Ernest Holm, he's founder of that philosophy called religious science. Some call it Science of Mind. He said, we're surrounded by an infinite possibility. Notice what he calls God, infinite possibility. It is goodness, life, law, and reason. In expressing itself through us, it becomes more fully conscious of its own being. Therefore, it wishes to express through us. And as it passes into our being, it automatically becomes the law of our lives. It can pass into expression, though, only as we consciously allow it to do so. Therefore, we should have faith in it and its desires and its ability to do for us all that we shall ever need to have done. Isn't that fantastic? Say with me again, amazingly awesome things are in store for me this year. Amazingly awesome things are in store for me this year. So the question becomes, what are we creating? Are we consciously using the divine creative process to create our good or the good of others? Or are we unconsciously using it to create the exact opposite of what we want? What I find so fascinating about this teaching is that we have to move from the head to the heart. Isn't it fabulous and so much fun to talk about spiritual principles, but to embody them and to actualize them? It's one thing to know them in our heads, but an entirely different thing to know them in our hearts. And when we know them in our hearts, then we're applying them on a daily basis. Scripture reminds us in Proverbs 23:7 that as a man thinketh in his heart, so he is. And have you heard of James Allen? He wrote the classic, As a Man Thinketh. You've heard of it, Michael, one person. And I see you all looking down, writing on your notes. And also, did you know the book was updated and annotated? for As a Woman Thinketh. So you can go on Amazon and get As a Woman Thinketh. It's a fabulous version. Okay, I want to shift gears a little bit and ask if you ever heard of the word pronoia. Pronoia. Pronoia is the opposite of paranoia. I'm just saying I'm a pronoid. So paranoia is the false belief that the world is out to get you. Now, according to Wikipedia, and it really was in Wikipedia, I checked myself, pronoia is the belief that the universe is conspiring in your favor, that there is a conspiracy that exists to help you. It describes a philosophy that the world is set up to secretly benefit people. I consider myself a proanoid. I am a proanoid. And to use the words of Ernest Holmes, we could say that to be proanoid is to have faith in infinite possibility and its desires and its ability to do for us all that we shall ever need to have done. And so as a proanoid, I believe that divine order is always taking place in every aspect of my life. And I absolutely, emphatically believe, say it with me, amazingly awesome things are in store for me this year. Now, there's a book by Rob Bresney. It's entitled, Proanoia is the Antidote for Paranoia. But he updated the book, and it has a subtitle. Proanoia is the Antidote for Paranoia, and the subtitle is Revised and Expanded, because he wants you to be really clear that you got the correct version. He added 100 extra pages. How the whole world is conspiring to shower you with blessings. How the whole world is. So if you're a proanoid, say it with me. I am a proanoid. Now, what's so cool about this book, it's like the book, This Thing Called You, can read it straight through, or you can pick it up as the Spirit moves you and just open it up anywhere, and you will absolutely open up to the perfect page for some random tidbits of inspiration that will reflect in your life. Now, this is adapted from page 3 of his book. Let's release the cult of doom and gloom and embrace the cause of zoom and boom. Let us laugh at all the foolishness of evil and hate as we summon the brilliance to praise and create. I know, how cool is that? No matter how upside down it all may appear, let us have no fear, because we know this big secret. All of creation is conspiring to shower us with blessings. Life is crazily in love with us, brazenly and innocently in love with us. The universe always gives us exactly what we need, exactly when we need it. Amazingly awesome things are in store for me this year. Say it with me. Amazingly awesome things are in store for me this year. Oh gosh, you said it the way I said it. So, the New Year poem that I read at the very beginning, it said, all the good that you tried to do and didn't achieve last year is mine to grant, providing you have clear intention and fewer conflicting beliefs. So that's what conflicting belief, when you say I'm healthy, whole, complete, and you sneeze. So then the conflicting belief in there is I don't feel well or whatever. That's why we have prayer chaplains. With those difficult times when it's pray for ourselves, we call on the prayer chaplains. And I see that the amount of your prayer chaplains has grown. I applaud you. I think this is fantastic. Okay, today we have a clear opportunity, a clear intention by writing what is typically called in New Thought a letter to God. Now, when I spoke to Nick about this task, he said that you could also write a letter to yourself, which I thought about, which is essentially writing to God within, because there's only one presence and power, as in the macrocosm and the microcosm, so you're writing a letter to God within you, right? There's one power. Took me a few days to think on that one. I was like, what does he want me to do? So last week was the burning bowl ceremony, where you wrote down those things that you wanted to release or let go of in your life. It could have been anything from clutter in your home or office to release people and relationships that may be draining you or disempowering you. Or maybe it was negative thinking or some kind of habits that were holding you back from your full potential. You were to write down anything and everything that no longer serves you. And then after you're writing this down, you were to burn that piece of paper. Many people use flash paper because it burns so quickly and easily, and the trick is to let it go right away. And then I saw a photo on Facebook where this congregation was standing around a flaming fire pit. I'm guessing it was outside, where they'd thrown in the pieces of paper. This is symbolically letting go of the things that no longer serve you. Now, this process of writing and burning up your list sends a strong nonverbal message to the subconscious mind that you are willing to release and let go of the past. Now, nature abhors a vacuum. So as you're letting go, you are creating the space for new good into your life. And so this opens up our consciousness. And I'm speaking here in March. I think I'm going to speak on consciousness. I will make it fit the topic of the month, but I'm going to speak on consciousness. And so this opens our consciousness to the ideas that hold the possibility for more and more good in our everyday life and affairs. And that's where we find ourselves right in this moment. You have your envelope, a piece of paper, and a pen. I just love how thoughtful and well prepared you are. Begin to write your letter to God, which is really writing a letter to your higher self. Include your goals, your dreams, your intentions for the new year. You may write it in any manner that you choose, but I suggest that it be in the first person and write it as if the circumstances or experience has already become manifest. For example, I am successful, fill in the blank, whatever you want to be successful at. And you could say, I enjoy my work, I have balance with my work and leisure time, I am healthy, I have prosperity in all areas of my life. The project I'm working from is coming to successful completion. I'm lovable, loving, and love. I'm committed to my spiritual practice and it shows. I look for the God and the good in everything. Okay, get busy and let's write this letter. And you may want to date it. Today's the 6th. Consciousness of manifesting. So let's begin. I am living in the continual expectancy that every good thing in my experience shall be multiplied. There is neither doubt nor uncertainty in my mind. I know the Spirit of God has made me, and the breath of the Almighty has given me life. I have complete confidence in this Spirit and its action in my experience. I affirm that today, every day, is filled with blessings for myself and others. The past is gone. I gladly loose it and let it go. The present is filled with peace and joy, and the future with hope. Gratefully, I accept divine love and givingness and extend them to everyone I meet. I am made whole with the wholeness of spirit. I am guided into right action and successful accomplishment of all my good desires. This I accept, this I experience, and so it is. And so begins your lesson. Thank you, Nick.